So hey, you want to shoot concert photos that actually look professional? You're in the right place. I'm Robert Maxfield. I'm a concert and music photographer in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, and welcome to Max Concert Photography, where we talk everything concert and music photography related, and then some. So this week we're on the road, and we're in Ada, Oklahoma. We're in the former home of Blake Shelton, and we're bringing you this video to help you become a better photographer, concert photographer, and we're going to show you some tricks to make your work look more professional. Well, we're running a little bit behind. Today is Monday, and normally we put out our videos on Monday, but Saturday we shot 5 bands, and Sunday we traveled. So we're literally in the former home of Blake Shelton. I'm sitting in the breakfast nook off the kitchen, so people get an idea of what this is like. But we're going to show you some things from the show, the festival we shot over the weekend, and we're going to show you how to make things look a lot better. Our first band is Beyond the Pale, and they've been playing traditional Scottish and Irish music for over 20 years, and they've got 8 albums out, if I remember listening and hearing them correctly. So I'm going to show you some things about them. Take a look. Our first shot, when you look at it, looks perfectly acceptable, except it's boring. So what we do to counteract that is we take and change our angle, and in the angle I'm going to show you, you're going to get not only a little better angle, but you're going to get that creamy bokeh that a lot of people talk about. By changing the angle and zooming in and filling the frame, we get a lot more professional looking photograph. In this original photograph, we're going to crop out a lot of the junk that's in the background and zoom in a little bit and fill the frame. It's actually the same photograph, but we eliminated a lot of the garbage and junk that's in the background and filled the frame up a little bit so it looks a little larger. This simple move makes the shot look a whole lot more professional. The next band is River Driver, and they bill themselves as Texas' foremost folk rock band, and you couldn't ask for more emotion than what you're going to see here, and this is what actually makes the photos more professional. This shot is a perfectly acceptable shot also, except it's nothing special to write home about, so we're going to make it better. I zoomed in on this just like in the other photos I showed you in the last band, and you can see it makes a difference, but it's not totally what I want. This is the photograph I wanted. I wanted a show of emotion. I wanted something to show that he was actually singing and participating. This is the better shot. With a little patience and understanding of what you're doing and knowing what to look for, you can make major improvements right at the show. This shot is a lesson on how to be prepared, but this lady startled me. She jumped right over me or beside me and right out into the meadow area, into the crowd. I saw her fly by me or over me or whatever, and I swung the camera around and I managed to fire off 3 shots, and this is the better shot. The next person we're going to show you is Scott Strickland from Austin, Texas, and in this particular section, we're going to show you patience and how to look for certain things and anticipate the shots before they arrive. One of the more common things people see are mic eaters, where they look like they're eating on the mic like a snow cone or something like that. And in this case, I'm waiting for Scott to pull back away from the mic, and I'm also waiting for him to give me some expression. In this case, I want him to be singing so I can tell he's actually doing something rather than just standing there. This is a fairly good shot, but it's not the shot I want. He's facing off the page to the left, and that I want him facing into the center of the photograph. Okay, this is still the same way facing, but now it looks like his microphone, he's got a big nose, and that's not what we want either. In this shot, he's got the microphone in his eye. That's no good. We don't want that. So we're going to hold out for the next shot. This is the shot we want. He's looking in the right direction. He does not have the mic covering his face. He's showing emotion. He looks like he's singing and having a good time. That's what we want that looks more professional. Keyboard players and drummers can be tough, and in this one, this guy looks like he's serving pizza in a restaurant rather than playing the keyboards. So what I did is I changed angles and I zoomed in and I filled the frame and I set him off to one side. That's a classic rule of thirds in composition, and this is the result. This is your standard drummer shot. There's nothing special, so we're going to play with it. A little simple zooming in and filling the frame make a huge difference. Okay, this is a side shot, and if you notice, you'll see the guy standing in the back, right? He ruins the photograph. Nope. Watch what I do to him. I zoom in, fill the frame, make him irrelevant. He's done. The photograph's better, and that's what makes it look more professional. And now we are up to the headliner. And all I did major in this whole thing was I changed from 400 ISO to 1600 ISO and used the same basic techniques I used all during the daytime. And we're going to show you shots from the Reverend Horton Heat, and we're going to show you a picture of his drummer that, guess what, was in complete darkness. I still got him, and it's done there. So watch this. I know what you're saying. He's completely dark. This picture is ruined. That's garbage. It's not. I got him. This drummer is 3.5 stops underexposed, and I'll bring him back. When you absolutely have to get the shot, this is how you do it. You shoot him anyway, shutter speed, f-stop, ISO, all the same, and you bring him back in Photoshop and Camera Raw by however many stops, and you adjust the exposure slider till you get just what you want. There's no time to change your ISO, and you still have to have the photograph. This is how you do it, and this is what makes it professional. Before the show, they set up some green and orange lights, and normally people have problems with pink and blue, but this is orange and green, and this is the result that comes out naturally. On this photograph, I lowered the temperature to 4750, and I took the tint and shoved it all the way up to plus 150 in Camera Raw. After that, I took the vibrance and saturation and set them to -15. By doing this, it cuts down the harsh green and orange tones and gives the photograph a more professional look. On this photograph, we did a whole lot of all the techniques. We changed the color temperature, we shrank it down, got rid of a lot of the garbage, and we went to filling the frame, and this is the result that came out right here. And you can see the difference that all the editing techniques have made, all the composition techniques, that what they have done, and this is what makes the difference to make a professional concert photograph. Hey, we hope you really enjoyed the video. If you found anything useful, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, confusions, anything like that, man, please put them in the comments. We'll answer your questions. And there's a whole big bunch of you out there that are still haven't subscribed to the channel. If you found anything useful, man, please subscribe. It helps us out a ton. And we'd like to thank you for watching our videos, and we'll see you next week. Bye.